Glory be to God. It's November 15th, 2023. I wanted to put this video out before you continue to watch the video that you're watching right now. The videos that you're about to witness is past videos that I'm just now releasing to everyone. This was part of my purpose, part of God's will, to expose the enemy, because that's what the Bible tells us to do, to expose the enemy. This is a learning video. The videos that I put out is not to disrespect my wife. It's not to embarrass her, because I love my wife. I'm in love with my wife. I've been through this journey of spiritual warfare for a reason. And I hope everybody looks at these videos with a spiritual eye and a spiritual mind. And if you don't know the Word of God, get into it, read it, have a better understanding, and then come back and look at these videos. My videos, they all will have dates on the videos, so you can watch them in order. It's a reason why you have to watch them in order. You're going to see me grow in these videos. You're going to see how God maneuvered and changed things in my life in these videos. These videos is for everybody out there that may be going through the same thing I'm going through, but don't have no answers. Well, in these videos, I'm going to show you what spiritual warfare looks like. I'm going to show you how to fight and know the strategies of the enemy, like the Bible tells us. Why they do what they do. Trust me, I searched all over YouTube for the last 8 years, and I haven't came across nobody that's really had video evidence of demonic demons controlling people that they love, or somebody explaining through their experience on live of what just took place and why it's happening. I need y'all to go back and watch my testimony series so you can have a better understanding of who I am, and watch these videos in order. I will put the dates on them, and my thumbnails will be color coordinated for the years from the time I started until today, and what changed and how did it change, because it's different type of demons that control, and they all do something different, and I'm gonna break every single one of them down on how they do and what you have to do to fight it based off God's word. I thank y'all. I love y'all. And just know I did this for y'all. I did this for y'all. I love y'all. I don't even know y'all, but I love y'all. I love it. I love each and every one of y'all, because this was bigger than me. It was bigger than me. It was bigger than my wife. It was for y'all. This is what God wanted me to do. Enjoy the video. Glory be to God. It's October 7th, 2024. Update video. And what God done revealed to me since my last video. So this past weekend, Saturday, I found out that my wife was gone. Right? Now, she been telling a mutual friend, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not with nobody. But she's the type that, you know, yeah, she may not be with nobody, and we're still married. We're still married. Separation don't mean you're divorced. We're still married. Let me go ahead and start that off. We're separated, not by mutual choice, but from the enemy plotting and scheming. Now, the enemy will always test you to see how further along you are. And I was tested. I just made a video how God told me what I need to do. And yes, I do have faith that he's going to bring this together, but I'm supposed to be working on my mind, worrying, nothing negative, right? So what do the enemy do? I go pick up my girls that night. Saturday morning. I go pick up my girls around, let me start it over. I pick up my girls was it Friday night? Saturday night, right? And my wife tells me she's not home. And I'm like, okay, she out and about again. But, hold on, give me a second. Let me rethink this. Okay, yeah. So, I pick up, let me start over. I pick up my girls Saturday evening around 8 o'clock. And I was going to keep them till Sunday at noon. But, come to find out, Saturday, she was gone all day Saturday. Babysitter's at the house, DJ's at the house. And she tells me that she left around 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, that's kind of early. She went to Comic-Con in LA, right? So I'm upset. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm upset about. My wife know I love comics. She would have never did nothing like this with me. She done got dressed up, little Captain America Q concert. She done wore, I've been telling her to wear a lace front wig for months. Never wore one. Wore one to go to Comic-Con. Lace front wig. Right? And I'm upset because I thought she was just going to go to lunch or brunch or something like that. I didn't know she was going to Comic-Con until later that evening, right? After I picked the girls up. And she still wasn't home. So she's been gone from 9, probably didn't get home until after 11, right? So I'm upset. Who you with? Who did you go with? Here I am worried about her. Who you with? Where you go with? Who are you dating? You never did stuff like this when we was married. You never wanted to go to these type of places with me. Every time you go out, you're looking brand new. When I went out with you, you was looking regular. I'll get dressed up and you looking like I just put on some leggings and put my hair in a ponytail. But we going out to go eat breakfast or something. Like, and it was never like a get up and let's go right now. It was more like, okay, we're gonna go to breakfast tomorrow morning. Like, you're not even trying to look presentable. And that's important in a marriage. It's okay to have your lazy days, but you should want to look good for your spouse. Anytime you want, anytime you go out, you should want to look good for your spouse. Don't get me wrong, it might be some spur of the moment type of situations. You know, we're gonna go to lunch. Come on, throw something on. Let's go. I'm looking regular, you looking regular. But if I'm looking presentable, you need to be looking presentable too. So I'm upset about that. I'm upset that here she go again, another weekend. You ain't caring about the kids. Who is paying the babysitter? I know how much the babysitter, how much we got to pay. So whoever she's dating is paying for the babysitter. Or paying a portion, but I'm pretty sure they're paying for the whole thing. Because my wife be gone for 15 hours. She was gone for a whole 15 hours. We ain't never did a 15-hour all day, and we lived together, and we had the babysitter. So I'm upset. I'm mad. So I just I get over my mad, and my daughter, she's 4. She's like, "Mommy, I want to see mommy." So I text her. First, I video chat. This is how I know she was still gone, because I put the video chat on and she didn't answer the phone. I said, oh, okay. She don't want me to see where she's at or who she's with. So then I text her. I said, then she finally calls, right? And I replied like, your daughter wanted to see you, but I know you're out there. I know you're out there with your boyfriend. She wants to tell me it ain't her boyfriend. Okay, that's fine. You don't have a label on him, but you're dating. Okay? I know you done had sex, but you don't want to admit that you done had sex. Why? Because the enemy wants to torment me. Right? How is he tormenting me? If she tells me that she has sex, then I could go ahead and file for a divorce. That's what she wants anyway, right? But the enemy knows the more and more that she don't file for a divorce, he could torment me. He could torment me, right? And he could get me to stay focused on her instead of focusing on God. Because he knows if I start focusing on God and stop focusing on her, he's going to have to flee. He don't have a purpose to be in her life. He already done did what he needed to do, which was have her commit adultery. Even though I don't have no proof. Look, I'm a man. I used to be a womanizer. I was a hoe. I know how the game go, right? You ain't no woman spending 15 hours with a man and long hours with a man that she ain't having sex with. Unless this dude is living the gay life and this is a gay friend. But the thing is, I seen pictures when she was at Comic-Con. He ain't in one of these pictures. She didn't post no pictures with this dude. So that lets me know it's somebody that she's dating, but she don't want people to know this is the guy that she's dating, or maybe she don't want me to know who the guy is. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm upset to the point I dropped the kids off early that morning. They woke up. I wasn't even focused to even be around the kids. Like, my thoughts was not even on my children. I dropped them off at their house like around 8, 9 o'clock because they were saying they wanted to see mom. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to drop y'all off. I'm praying to God. I couldn't sleep that night. I'm like, God, I just came off a 3-day fast. No food, no water. What's going on? Here I am looking for results instant. God shows me later on that evening. It pops up on my phone on YouTube. It's YouTube on his stuff on Instagram, and he's been telling me to read Hosea. I'm not reading Hosea. I try to read it. It's a difficult read, right? I have a friend at work. He brings up Hosea. I said, okay, here I am living in the spiritual. He just brought up Hosea out of the blue. I said, okay, that's God telling me I need to read Hosea, right? I tried to attempt to read it. It didn't make a lot of sense. It was talking about Israel. I'm like, who's it? Why? What? Huh? It didn't make sense. Then I came across this video on YouTube. Perfectly broke it down. I watched it on another YouTube creator. Broke it down real good. I got to thinking. My story is so similar to Hosea and Gomer. My wife is Gomer. I'm Hosea. She's the prostitute. What made me think that she's the prostitute? Because my wife done fled from God. When I met her, she was a godly person. She knows the word of God. She was going to church. My wife, when she got this new job, she didn't want to give God the credit. I just got done watching the George Foreman movie. Big George Foreman or Big George or something like that. The Bible book, the spiritual Bible movie about George Foreman. And in that movie, George didn't want to give credit to God, right? So God had to humble him. He had to lose everything. And then he had to get back in the ring and give all the praises to God. So with my wife, when she told me the other day that she got the job, but she didn't want to tell me because I would have told her, that's me praying and God got you this job. She said, God did not give me this job. This was my hard work. I said to myself, wow, did she just really say that? Because everything she done got is, and y'all, if y'all been watching these videos, is because of my good works. Not God. God don't bless people that live in sin. Let me go ahead and say that right now. If you're living in sin, God is not going to bless you. That blessing ain't coming from God. You're being rewarded for living in sin. That ain't coming from God. God is not going to bless those that lives in sin. That's a reward from the enemy for you living in sin. It's fool's gold because it ain't going to last. It ain't going to last. It's fool's gold. So when you think that you're living in sin and you smoking and drinking, but then God got you in another apartment and you unforgiving and you saying stuff like my sister told me today, God is moving in my life, but you don't, but the Bible, but how? When God tells us if you can't love your brother, if you can't love me and say you love your brother, how can you love me and you don't even know, you haven't even seen me, but you see your own brother? You can't forgive, you can't do anything. Like, God ain't gonna bless those that live in sin. So my wife is living worldly. She's the prostitute. She's committing adultery. She's living in this world. Everything seems good right now, but God is going to eventually strip that away from her. And who's going to be there to pick her back up? Me, her husband, the one that loves her in spite of what she did to me. I always loved my wife. I always was forgiving. And she's going to see in due time. I just got to let God do what he needs to do with her. Stay still, let God fight this battle, pray for her, continue to love her. And when you love somebody from a distance, it's not saying that you are choosing to be away from them. You're loving them from a distance because you're allowing God to do what they need to do, and you ain't supposed to intervene. That's what it means to love somebody from a distance. Once God does what he needs to do, you should be able to get back in their life and love on them the way they're supposed to be loved. So, with that said, my whole journey was to be a modern day Hosea and Gomer. And I'm gonna love, and y'all gonna love how I'm just telling y'all what's about to happen before it even happens. That's how y'all know that I am an apostle. And that's why God chose me to do his will. I'm a modern day apostle. I'm not boasting. It is just what it is. Don't get jealous because God chose me. He knew what I was going to do before he even created this universe. If you got a problem with it, talk to God. Because everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has spiritual gifts. Is pretty much, are you going to stay in the fire? Are you going to run away? Or are you going to stay in the fire? I'm been staying in the fire. I've been crying. But I'm going to take the whooping for y'all. I've been saying this. I'm going to take the whooping for y'all. This is bigger than me and my wife. It's for God to have his will and show y'all what it takes to love your spouse. Men, what it takes to be a man that chases the heart of God, but also lives to do God's will, because it's hard. It ain't easy. It's very hard. But once God gets you to a place of perfection, it'll become easy. You know, I don't know who's talking to my wife, but somebody had to tell her. She got bad news from somebody. Told her, hey, the way you get over your husband is that you date somebody else. We all know that saying. Well, I done did it. We all done did it. You sleep with somebody else. Now, that's fornicating. I don't endorse fornicating. But God knows I can't. And the enemy knows this too. He knows what I cannot do. That's why he does what he does. He knows I can't react in a certain way. He knows I can't be upset and angry and curse her out and let me go cheat. Let me go do what you doing. Let me go fornicate. Let me go commit adultery. He knows I can't do that. So, somebody was watching, I had a co-worker, Javon. She was watching one of my videos, and she said to me last